that say the rage like me. I once was the last, but now am found. Was blood, but now how sweet. Trust grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my free relief. Our faith shows that by grace appeared. The hour I first believed my chains I broke, I've been set free. My God, my Savior is unto me, and the light that flows is mercy ways. I need the Lord, amazing grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His word, my hope, security. Hell will my shield and be part of me. As long as the life enduring, my chains are broken, I've been set free.
With much that is being done to help people with psychosocial disabilities, there are some who still have no support, that you find them wandering on the streets, having no clothes and sometimes rejected among crowds of people. There are also those that are restricted in movement so as not to embarrass the families where they come from, restricted and abused by the families so as not to bring them shame. They'll be able to talk to families on how to handle the psychosocial. These are some of the reasons that make recovery of people with psychosocial disabilities almost impossible, and also getting support a problem due to the wrong perception of the society. The challenges we face in our advocacy duties is because the Rwandan society has not accepted people with psychosocial disabilities. They are not treated as other normal people. They are marginalized and sometimes made to do challenging duties. Some former patients, however, claim that if a person has some psychosocial disabilities, it's advisable to talk to them, since this could be one way they could completely recover, as indicated in this short play.
Abonye akantu keza, abonye akantu keza. Umva, yego rwose. Mugerageze mumutangisha hariya. Mundongeye kumuzirika. Murakoze cyane, warekana nabikureho rwose. Kana uyu ni
My brother here fought for me. He took me to Noursp and they took me to the hospital. I was in a bad state before. I couldn't have recovered, but now I am healed. I can talk in a meeting, share ideas. I can even do projects that could propel me forward in development. I want to thank you all, even the members of Noursp. Continue the act of love and approach the people with psychosocial disabilities because they can be treated and healed. Noursp understands that many people's negative attitude towards people with psychosocial disabilities is a validation to why they face stigma, seclusion, why they are chained, manipulated, and also subjected to all kinds of discriminations. Here, the leadership of Noursp organization says that people who marginalize such patients still have a poor mindset that needs to be changed.
icyo nabwira abantu ntibazarebe bari abantu basa nabi.
What I can tell the society is that people who eat from garbage bins and look dirty is because the society has rejected them. It's not because they are sick or having disabilities. You may find that I am sick, or even yourself, but because you have a certain level of affection and care, you look the way you look now. If you are rejected, you might look like these patients. It should be a responsibility of Rwandans not to reject the psychosocial disabled patients.
kumva ko nta muntu ukwiriye gutakara no gusa nabi.
This was also echoed by the people who were once victims of psychosocial disabilities. They say there is a big step that has been taken on their side in health and development-wise. In our little ability, we have managed to form an association that weaves baskets. Noursp has also given us a sewing machine. Today, as patient experts, we are in charge of visiting patients and finding ways for them to reach the hospital. We are happy now we have been given bicycles, mobile phones, and the SIM cards in our groups. We are so happy that we shall be able to do our job much easier because it was harder before. I had a mental problem because of the genocide. I was heavily beaten that some nerves have not even recovered yet. I had the sickness when I was growing up. Even my marriage was affected. I could not easily connect with my few relatives in our extended families. But since I joined Noursp, I realized that my psychosocial disabilities are normal and shared my experience with others, which I never considered before. Noursp organization has given bicycles, telephones and more to patient experts who had psychosocial disabilities and recovered. This was done for them to be able to visit some patients who are still restricted and abused by their families so as not to bring them shame. They'll be able to talk to families on how to handle the psychosocial disabled people in their homes. Noursp distributed 40 bicycles and 46 mobile phones to Noursp patient experts who have been on field for 11 months.
Twarabanje tubaha amahugurwa.
First gave these patient experts trainings on how they can behave when helping the patients. You have seen people from Nyaruguru and others from Nyagatare. Some of these areas are hilly and these bicycles will be of help in terms of mobility. The mobile phones will also help them with whatever challenges they face. Most of the time, the patient experts are not trusted at hospitals. They call us and we talk to the hospital that the people on duty are from Noursp. So it's communication and transport basically that is going to speed up the activities.
Byombi bishobora gutuma ibikorwa byihuta.
Besides training the patient experts, Noursp says they are doing everything possible to remove the remaining psychosocially disabled people on the streets. This is because they are considered violent, evil-possessed, harmful and unproductive by the society. In these days, as the organization that advocates for people with psychosocial disabilities, we are fighting to reduce our people from the streets because we already have people who have been in similar cases but now working with us as patient experts. In all the 14 groups, each have received 2 sewing machines, 3 bicycles, 3 mobile phones and office materials. The patient experts who have been given bicycles are happy that they will be able to visit other patients and families. Nourspa's mission is to advocate for and with people with psychosocial disabilities and to provide a platform for a unified and empowered voice that is able to achieve the provision of necessary services and opportunities and to have their interests and human rights fully promoted and protected.
Amazing grace, how sweet the time that saved the wretch like me. I was the last, but now am found. Was blood, but now how sweet. Trust grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my freedom.